Hello there, Scorpio, and welcome to your Oracle Messages. This is where we find out what Spirit wants you to know at this time. And at the end of the reading, we'll find out what dream is catching up to you. Now, before we begin, Scorpio, dream catcher spirit rises from the depths beside you. A dream born from transformation, power, or healing is ready to reveal itself. Now, let's begin and find out what Spirit wants you to know for Scorpio in Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Oh, Scorpio, slow down. Easy does it. And Spirit wants you to know that this is your motto. Now, there may be something significant with candle lights, the ambiance. Make sure that, if you can, use what you have. I'm not saying go and spend money or do things that makes you feel that you have to buy or seek out things that could be soothing, but get creative here on how you can create your sanctuary. But yes, this is a reminder to pause, to just allow things to unfold. Spirit is wanting you to be in this state of dream. You're dream weaving. Now, if you think about it, as we slumber at night, the body is at ease. You literally plug into the divine, into the unconscious. And that's the only way to access this dream state. But you're doing it consciously, not unconsciously. So when you're slowing down, listening to your own breath, allowing visions to take over, you are in that moment weaving your dream into reality. And also, Spirit is giving you some surprises here. Give yourself permission to slow down. Love makes a difference. Oh yeah, love helps heal past hurts, provides a sense of security and self-worth. So there's something going on here with taking the time to really honor what you love, who you love. It's more than one thing. And it's the intention. It's taking time to slow down with those things that makes a difference in your life. And also, you have to know too, Scorpio, that your situation is unfolding into a place that your love is making a big difference. You're selling forth. I don't know if you can see this image here, but you're selling forth towards love. Things that heal, things that communicate and mirror back to you. Job well done, Scorpio. You've earned this timeline to be easy, to allow even romance to unfold. And there is a dream involving power, purpose, transformation that will accelerate. You're allowed to give yourself permission to slow down. Give yourself permission to let go of old guilt. And what I get with the old guilt, Scorpio, is a guilt that doesn't even belong to you. A guilt that has a genetic code that you have dissolved permanently. And the more that you remember that you're God's perfect child without feeling or judging yourself needing to be perfect, because it's through the imperfections that things really come together, where we're not labeling things as separate, but you are in this place of letting it dissolve and allowing a new timeline to enter in the way that is far more natural. Ooh, look at this. And there is a dream that I feel you might have put to the side or maybe even suppressed in a sense. Well, it's coming out. Yes, your intuition is correct. Take action accordingly. And how you listen to your intuition is not overwhelming the physical senses, slowing down, appreciating yourself, your gifts of intuition. There is a mirroring soul that's going on here too. Now, okay, how do I put this? Of course, there are other souls around you, but there is something telepathic, psychic, and spiritual that you're connected with. And Spirit is saying this is a time to trust in those things that you do love, and who loves you back, and what loves you back. Let's see what this is about too. I get water sign coming through, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. There's some type of hidden blessing that activates just in time here. Let's get more with your intuition is correct. Take action accordingly. I bet you're feeling this energy right now to take it easy. Ask for help so that you can take it easy, right? To not put so much pressure on your own system. What do you need? Be willing to accept support so that you can slow down and relax and not feel guilty. Okay, let's continue and see what else Spirit wants you to know. Worthiness, look at that. You are coming into your timeline of deserving your worthiness in a way that mirrors what you've healed, what you are now embracing, and what your future holds. You're attracting someone or a few people, Scorpio, that matches your intensity and loyalty. And I'm getting this message that it's not like you are in the back or behind, but it's like I'm kind of getting this message that you're no longer going to be just like in the background or last. You're in this timeline of allowing yourself to be authentic because you're taking it easy. So there's also, we're taking some type of, performance out of the situation more and more. Not saying that, that performance is coming out of something inauthentic, but you're wrapping yourself in a veil, I feel, of sweet success from dissolving old karmic timelines. And when I say karmic timelines, it just means things that, your soul, even your physical body can't stand. Your frequency has shifted. And a lot of us get stuck in this reality where we only want to be in the one that we see. We don't, most. I'm not saying that you do that, but a lot of people want to just be in that reality where they can see, touch, feel, and then they don't want to honor what's in the unseen. It's the unseen is where everything comes. So we have this message, be real and true to who you are and how you feel. Because you have come into a place, Scorpio, where you are also witnessing and observing within your own self, your own vessel, the emotional maturity that is ripened within you. That's the fruit. So yes, you are preparing yourself for soulmate or soulmates that match your intensity, match your loyalty. Let's continue and see what else. And if something doesn't feel right or good, and you want to tell someone no, this is your time, right? Be authentic. Because I'm also picking up a little bit of an old burden. And again, this might not even be a burden that's yours. It could be a genetic burden, okay? What we inherited. So, watch for burnout too, okay? Don't want to, undo everything that you've done so well by staying in tune, staying aligned with more of your King and Queen of Cups energy. And I'm getting this, so something was coming to me with the water element here. Something with your senses here. Like tentacles. Yeah, I'm getting like a jellyfish kind of energy. Your tentacles are out, and just think of the jellyfish, how it moves in water. That's how spirit is wanting you to be in a place of mirroring kind of like a jellyfish and being translucent as well by not holding on to guilt that is not for you to carry, burdens that are not for you to carry. Yeah, look at that, romance. I was really getting a strong sense of romance because life is romantic. Lavish the one you love with personal attention and affection. Now, romantic or not, just lavish the people or the person, or if you don't have that yet, what's in your environment here? What do you have? Because I know you do have living things, nature, animals, whatever, what do you have, right, that you can put your love into? Because you're utilizing your heart center, Scorpio, as a propeller. Your heart is propelling you into more activations of a higher romance, a different type of love than what you've been witnessing in your life. That's why it felt off to you, seeing through the karmic patterns of others. You know when something is off in other people's relationships. That is a gift of yours. Now, does it mean you have to heal them and take it on? No, absolutely not. I think that's what you're learning too, that you're just like, they can figure it out on their own. I've done enough. And you are enough. And Spirit wants you to keep knowing that you're enough. And this card is like wanting to come out. So let's see. Practice compassion. You really are in your water element. You're seeing things from a fresh perspective. So there is a new sense of innocence beginning to activate, to become more potent, more enhanced right now. The reason why you're practicing compassion is because Spirit says, Scorpio, you can see when others are trapped. Now, don't feel that you have to take in or all of what you see, like it's your responsibility. It's not. Just have compassion for others where they're at. Remain tolerant here. Because there's wisdom and other activations going on with you because you're entering a timeline, a new timeline for yourself. Because this is about yourself here. And that might be a new thing for some of you because you're so used to making others happy. You do have to take care of your thought processes. You might be in a place of ruminating. You might be thinking about things. What's interesting is I was talking about things mirroring you. And if you notice there's this mermaid. I know you can kind of see, it's not coming in really clear, but it might. There's a little mirror there. Right? So watch your thoughts. Your mirrors right now, because you're in this place of dissolving an old timeline or debris that are just, you know, things that we have to kind of clear out anyways on a daily basis. You know, you're allowing room here, like you're allowing like your brain or your mind to be like the vast ocean. You can catch what you want to catch, but you can let go what you want to let go. Okay? And it's important to only think about what you desire, not what you fear. So we got air sign coming through, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Let's get more about this. Now, if you start to notice that if you take pressure off of yourself more and more, you will naturally ease up on the overthinking things or thinking too hard. Yeah, it's time to let go of the old and worn out so that the new can come in. It's not really you, Scorpio. I mean, yes, you're a part of this, but there's something that Spirit is saying. Just be a witness, not a reactor to other people's issues, problems, timelines, and also their own karmic loops. Because someone is caught in a karmic loop, and this is why your body gets tired. This is why you feel drained. Because your energy has shifted out of karmic loops. The universe, spirit, your ancestors are taking you by the hand and swinging you into a new rhythm of life, a new dance move in life to work with. I get water sign coming through. Old thoughts about yourself, they do like to appear here because the new energies haven't yet solidified because you're in the in-between. It's not actually, you're not really in the in-between. You're more than in the in-between. You've already entered. And because you've already entered, yes, those others or something's going on here. Think of this as a karmic loop contract here in this energy, and you're looking back. And you do feel sorry, I know. Maybe some of you might feel responsible because you already can see it, you know something about it, but there's something where another or others have to learn on their own. Now, for some of you, Scorpios, this is about your old self has already been in the fire here. You've already put the old, worn out, tired, maybe even grumpy self in that fire. And it's okay to be grumpy, you know. We have all of these emotions for a reason. Okay, now let's continue and see what else Spirit wants you to know. Spirit says check your Venus sign in this series, and if you don't know it, you know, just kind of take a guess. Or, you know, that maybe this will help you. Look for the title that kind of goes towards things that you value. And that might help you pick up your Venus sign very soon. Yeah, Spirit is helping you clear some kind of old negative thinking that may be yours, or it may be a pattern you picked up, or it could be another or others that are just, you know, where you're because you're residing in the same space, Scorpio, where another or others are playing out their karma, and you're playing out your ascension, your dream. They're playing out what they're going to get fated with. Okay? So clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. Let's get a little clue about maybe this want. A lot of you may have already witnessed a spiritual guide or ancestor that's communicating to you clearly Ask for guidance with this too. If you're in a place now or in the near future where you feel indecisive, and they can help guide you. Oh, well, you got to clearly decide that you're going to just trust the situation without overthinking it. You know, it is only human to want to know and figure things out about the future, but Spirit is saying you have to clearly decide that you trust, that you have the faith, that you can trust to slow down. Because some of you, there's something about a pattern where it's all about working more than necessary, doing more than necessary, and we have to go through it in order to understand it. But that's in another old thing that's being wiped out, wiped clean, permanently. And you're also in a state of being emotionally resilient in a good way, one that protects you, protects your emotional boundaries. Wow, just talking about boundaries, emotional resilience. Obstacles and blocks are lifted. All your good personal work and your positive energy shift have overcome previous obstacles, and blocks are lifted away. You will now experience progress and forward movement with your projects. Stay centered in gratitude to ensure that your flow of abundance continues. I feel strongly that you would resonate with the last SOS reading if you haven't listened to it, and that video is in the description. There's something about not only a type of inheritance here, but whatever was delayed due to circumstances, it's like having divine silent justice here. It's going to work silently in your favor. I'll hold this card up here. This kind of gives me like justice vibes too. Your prayers and questions are being answered by your ancestors, by heaven, by your higher self. And the way it's being answered is by synchronistic events. Notice them in order to increase their flow. And it may be showing you that you're a born entrepreneur. Don't give up on your dreams. Don't give up on your passions. Don't give up on your creativity. You were meant to do something distinct and unique and be valued for it without putting a price tag on things. You know, I know this world, especially now, everything has to have a price tag, you know. But anyhow, stay dedicated here. You're becoming masterful when it comes to reading and translating signs and messages that are encoded into your soul, that your soul knows how to pick up, decode, translate. Meditate. Don't hate, meditate, right? You got to remain tolerant and have compassion for others. You know, they can sit with their own problems. You don't have to figure it out. But yes, meditate to strengthen your protective shield of armor here. Notice all that light there. That's the inner work that you've done. And so what you're doing is maintaining. Let's get a little bit more about meditate. You know, I get the sense of Four of Swords with this. So we got air sign coming through. Meditate, contemplate here. But let's get more about this. Peace offering. Okay, come out of the closet, peace offering. This is all about just coming into a place where you are feeling yourself. You are coming out to show something, the inner radiance. You know, this is why I was getting the image of a jellyfish, because I personally think jellyfishes are beautiful. I think you do too, but anyhow, they're really beautiful. They're translucent. And it would be closely associated anyways. Jellyfish is closely associated with King or Queen of Cups, which is also your zodiac sign. So there is something strong about you feeling radiant. And look at that. This is like that justice I was talking about, that silent divine justice and favor. But yes, there may be a resolution at hand here, whether it's something legal or not. But this is the peace offering. This is your job well done for moving away from a timeline that wants to suck you in rather than give back to you. That's the difference. What else for Scorpio? I'm seeing money. I'm seeing resources coming your way. So again, there may be money, resources that appear when needed most. Okay, now I got some blue paint going on. I just noticed that. I'm painting some things. Anyhow, crystals. You have ability to attract certain materials, resources, yes, and crystals. They help ground you. They help buffer your energy when you need to, create a space so that you're not having interference. They help amplify. But I do get this thing, I wish I would have said it earlier. It's a gift from your ancestor. There's something that's a gift from your ancestors. It's coming your way. It's not something you have right now. And it could be tied into maybe, you know, a certain crystal. But, you know, again, just let it be a surprise. You'll just know it. You'll just know it. You'll know it. An expert you are becoming, or you may become. Now, you could also be attracting an expert here. More information is needed. Contact someone with expertise in this area. Let's get a little bit more about this. Consult an expert. I get a King or Queen of Swords energy with this. Someone who there's someone that's going to be involved, or maybe you already have someone that is going to be emotionally detached from this a situation. Like a mediator, or someone that's just capable of being fair-minded. Let's just say that. A blessed change. Oh, a major life change brings you great blessings. Okay, I would say, Scorpio, don't feel that you have to be too frugal or something. I don't know why I'm getting this, but don't feel that you have to be too frugal when it comes to knowing what you got to do with maybe a blessed resource that comes. It could be money. It could be some type of thing here where you may want to get a bill of sale, or some type of, a receipt or contract, something signed here, something that says you're the rightful owner. Because a major life change is going to bring you great blessings, and Spirit is saying, don't hesitate to hire someone to do something that might be too overwhelming for you, because see, you're stepping into your era of abundance too, that you deserve the help. Because Spirit's blessing you with a new creative path here too. Yeah, get ready, set and go. Something is going to arrive just in time. Now, I do get a sense of fire sign and water sign, so it may even be someone, but this will be something that activates your heart, like a burning desire to go. So yes, Spirit is saying something may have been like practice, and now you're going to be in it for real. You're taking the driver's seat into something here, because Spirit is saying, You've been on the sidelines long enough. Now Spirit says, show your skills because you're ready for it. I get Cancer energy coming through here too. Let's get more, because there is more that wants to come with this. There may be a book or something that you're getting, or you may be attracting, or maybe it's in your thoughts, something that you're reading or you will read. Like a book, but it's not just any book, or it's not just any whatever. Kindle, or I don't know. I don't know what people read, apps or something. I don't know. See, it's something you're going to be reading because it's like getting to know each other. You're getting ready to get to know someone in a different light, in a different way. Most likely new. But yes, as you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. Yeah, you're getting ready to just explore what your heart has been burning to explore. And you're not going to do it alone here. So there may be 2 or 3 people involved, maybe even 4. But I do see something being like a setup. There's like a predestined thing or a precursor to some other thing. Because remember, you're reading in synchronicities here about what's to come and what's to focus on. I'll put this over here. Dream big. Yeah, you are stepping into your timeline. Aquarius is coming through with this dream big. Let go of those small thoughts about yourself. That's exactly what you've done. You have let go. Now all you're doing is embracing the stillness. I mean, look at these 2 cards too. These are out of 2 totally different decks here. Dream big. It's fitting. Whatever you have dreamt that's big, you know, you may be surprised here. Let's get more about the dream here, because this is a dream weaving itself into reality. And the more that you notice of like not being emotionally charged with others and just kind of allowing yourself to be soothed here, that's how you know it's already unfolding. Now, when we start to resist or fear, that'll hold things up just a little bit, so don't give it too much power. Let's get more about this dream big for Scorpio. Yeah. Part of your new timeline is receiving more things, more help, more kind gestures from others. So it may be practice for some of you to receive without guilt. Now notice this is coming out twice. Guilt. Allow others to give you loving care. Receive without guilt or apologies. Hold your tongue when you want to say, oh, no, it's okay, or no, I'm sorry, I'm taking up your time. No, It's helping you expand. It's helping you reach this dream. And actually, it's helping this dream catch up to you. See, this is the thing. It's the dream that's catching up to you. You're not chasing the dream. The dream is catching up. And that's why I felt inspired to ask at the end of the reading, what dream is catching up? Miracles and blessing, everything has its gift. Even in those tough situations here, even when we had to endure a lot of liars, perhaps, people who like to not bring honesty. But anyhow, honesty is essential. Speak with love and truth. Now there may be something here too, where you're embracing this part of yourself of being unapologetic for what you stand for, what you see, and what you are dissolving when it comes to things that are not kind or true to you. Everything has its gifts, miracles and blessings. This is, okay, so Spirit is saying also you might be already decluttering, simplifying. You might also be in a place where you are solidifying how you are going to engage with others, because the way that you're going to engage with old soul contracts, if they're still having to be in your 3D life, you're just engaging in a different way. And I do feel that someone may have missed this timeline with you in a sense where, and this is where you have to maybe have compassion or something, like they just can't, they've got to go through something right now between themselves and Spirit. Okay, what else? Nope, that is actually it. All right, so Scorpio, let's find out what dream is catching up to you. What dream is catching up to Scorpio first? And this is so perfect with the little outro message for you. Okay, the dream that is catching up to you is being in a place where you're experiencing love, communication, kind gesture with another soul. You're listening and you're hearing from a loving heart, because whatever you're hearing, it's like music to your ears. It's finally, how do I say this? It's like hearing words that your soul not only recognizes, but it's a part of. So you're in a place of activating, hearing another from a different place, because now you've activated something strong within your own heart center. And not only that, Scorpio, but if you've been one of those Scorpios where you never felt like somebody was really, truly listening to you and really getting you, this is what you're getting. You're getting more time to be patient with things too, where you're not feeling so rushed. So Scorpio, just know that you are stepping into a new timeline. The dream that finds you next is deeply earned. I hope that this was helpful. Love and light. Take care.